What's up, y'all? It's Shuffle, and we are going to do an update because I forgot that the month actually changed, and it just shows how much I'm paying attention or how busy I am, however you want to, I guess, take a peek at it. But let's see. Oops, I accidentally, not accidentally, covered up my notes here. Okay, so the real quick rundown for content in general is I am heavily considering, I said it before, going to some kind of streaming website such as a Twitch or even a Mixer, even though Mixer has like, I don't know, 30,000 viewers at a time, not too many from what I'm seeing, but it's also an upstart and they're trying to take on Twitch, which is the juggernaut, you know. And so the reason I want to do that is because YouTube is just, I hate it so much at this point. Not the act of making videos and posting them and doing stuff, but I legitimately am just so upset with how YouTube is operating in terms of algorithms and content and like what content they decide to push. All that's kind of bothering me. And what is it? After a bunch of the stuff that's been happening, like Adpocalypse and Logan Paul and all that kind of shit, my channel actually got unpartnered, which means that they don't really try and help what I'm doing anymore, and they don't pay me for it. And before, they had kind of an incentive to help you get bigger and stuff because you're making them money, but now that I'm making them, now that I've been unpartnered from them, and the only barrier is I have to get up to 1,000 subs, because I already meet the other requirements, so it's kind of silly. But because I'm not at that status, they don't, I've noticed a complete just shut off of actual, you know, growth and help and stuff like that. The only time my videos get hits now are from people who are subscribed, or if I share it or someone else shares it. It's no longer, I don't show up in random related video searches. You know, if you try and manipulate the algorithms and stuff. I went to a friend's house, this was a few months ago, and I wanted to show him one of the videos I made on, you know, on YouTube, but, you know, I was using his stuff, so I had to go find my channel, and I typed in, you know, Shuffle FM, and then I typed in my video name, like, word for word what my video name was. Couldn't find my own channel. And I had to, I think, find one of my super popular videos, like my Destiny video, I think, and I found my channel doing that. So, like, I cannot even find my own fucking channel by searching for it specifically. And I feel, it's upsetting, you know, you feel kind of blacklisted, or shunned. I don't know, it's not a good feeling. And also because of how they're doing algorithms with sharing and subscribers and stuff, people have been talking about subs getting dropped off. I'm not going to say the name, I know who it is. But there's one specific person that I've seen subscribe to me 4 different times. Because I get notifications when I get subs and stuff, and I've seen this person sub to me 3 or 4 times so far. And I'm not thinking, you know, it's an active person, so I'm not thinking that they're unsubscribing and then resubscribing. You know, it's someone that's been watching my stuff for years, so I don't think they'd be going anywhere. And every time I get any measurement of subs, you know, if I get plus 10 in a week, I will get minus 10 by the end of next week. You know, I just don't, it's dumb. I'm not gaining any ground, and it's frustrating. And so I'm thinking, why don't I just go to streaming? But the only real barrier that's stopping me, not that my channel's big or anything right now, but I would be starting from basically nothing. I don't have the equipment for streaming, and I don't have the schedule for streaming. You know, I don't have the time allowance to actually do it. That's why YouTube was nice, is because I could record on a couple different days, like 1 or 2 days, and then edit for like 2 other days, and I have content for a week. I haven't really been following that model lately, just because I've been busy and honestly unmotivated. You know, part of the slowdown of videos has been the fact that, you know, I don't have as much time as I did, but when I do have time, I'm just not motivated. Because I watch my sub numbers go nowhere, I watch my view numbers go nowhere, And even though I'm not in it for money, I still made some okay pocket change from YouTube, and now I just make none of that. So there's no actual incentive for me to do it outside of creative expression, and it's hard to be creative or expressively creative when you're just in the situation that I've just spent like 2 minutes describing. So I could go to streaming, but like I said, starting over, I don't have the setup, I don't really have the motivation or the time, so I'm kind of stuck. So just, you know, I didn't think about it too much in depth, but now I'm saying it out loud, I might just stick around to the YouTube, I don't know, or I might do something where when I stream it's with friends or something, just to, so it's not as bad. You know, it's really hard to start out streaming with when you're just by yourself and you have no viewers, because imagine doing Let's Play content like I do, but you have to do it for 4 to 6 hours or 8 or more in one sitting, and you have to keep your energy up and be talking to people that aren't there, so it just isn't boring. You know, that's incredibly difficult. So I'll talk more about that at some point in a different video that I'll talk about in a little bit during this update. School is almost over. I have about 2.5 weeks left before the semester's over, and I'm doing pretty good. I gave a good speech this week, which I was happy about. I got full credit, 100%. You know, my teacher loved it. And it was a political speech, and it wasn't, I don't know, I'm not going to get too hard into it. It wasn't, you know, saying, oh, the left is better than the right, or the right's better than the left. You know, I spit some hard truths that I felt needed to be heard, and half of the people who had no interest in politics in the class just got on their phones and didn't even pay attention to me. And then I had other people going, yeah, you know, in the middle of the speech, and asking me about the books I was citing and stuff like that, so that was fun. And it was a rewarding feeling. But oh man, what else? Okay, so oh yeah, my other classes are going fine. My history teacher said he's taking the rest of the term off for ankle surgery because he broke his ankle last year playing soccer. You know, that sounds pretty British, right? This guy's in his probably early 50s playing soccer, shatters his ankle. There you go. And he's gonna be gone, so I don't know how the rest of the term's gonna end up, because I have to do a take-home final. Last year the take-home final, I worked on it for 2 weeks and it was 14 pages. So hopefully it's not as long this time, but I'm assuming it probably will be, just knowing him, so we'll see. My other class is just a complete, you know, flip a coin, toss-up deal, because the teacher is so rambly and unorganized that he just rants for the like, the lecture will be 10 minutes of talk. It's human evolution, anthropology, and the first 10 minutes of class he might talk about a couple mammals that evolved alongside the humans or before the humans, or what happened with humans, and then, no joke, he just goes off into complete random ass territory. He talks about his time teaching at Berkeley and his time when he was down in Peru researching something, and anthropologists he met in Peru. Like, he does this every day. Every single fucking day is what this class is, and it's so random. I'll just sit there, I'll take, you know, 3 lines of notes, and then I'll just play on my phone or work on my D&D characters or something. Just ridiculous, you know? And so, I don't know what his final is going to be, because he's given us 2 take-home tests, and they take about 6 hours. They're 3 pages. You have to answer a bunch of shit. Usually I write 1 to 2 pages for each question, and there's only 3 questions, so, you know, it just shows you how long the shit is. And I don't know what he's going to give for the final, so hopefully it's not an in-class final, because I might be fucked. Because the way he structures his tests is I really need a lot of time, you know? And it's better if I can sit at home, you know, and work on it and have the internet. And because he builds the test for you to have the internet and all the books that you have for the class. And so if I have to go in there and just do it from memory or something like that, it's going to be actually really difficult. So, yeah, I'm working this summer. For about 5 weeks. My work offers 7 weeks of employment. I tried to get all 7. I only got 5. But I'm going to buy my computer very soon. You know, it's kind of funny. I'm talking about difficulties in making content, streaming and stuff, or YouTube, and I'm buying gear to help me do that. That's weird. My Xbox almost had a heart attack. I turned it on a couple days ago, and the video wasn't working. Like, it was all just... Like, imagine missing No from Pokemon. That's what my screen was looking like. And it didn't work for, like, an entire day. And then my friend actually came in clutch, because he had an extra Xbox that he wasn't using. And he sold it to me for very, very cheap. So I was happy about that. But then I got home, and my Xbox started working, so I just have the other one sitting there, and I don't want to swap it out quite yet. I just feel like my current Xbox, well, for one, it has all my shit on it, you know, and it's set up the way I want it to be. And if it's had a couple issues in the last year, so you know, if this was Darkest Dungeon, it'd be on death's door, I feel like. So I just feel like any day it could just turn on and not work, or not turn on, you know, so I'm holding onto the other Xbox, and I'll use that when I need to. Or if I move, or set up a situation where I can have another TV and another Xbox, I'll just do that, and then I have a bunch of shit, you know? That'll feel cool. But I'm gonna get the PC in the next couple weeks, probably when I get paid again. Cause I got paid, and then I got my taxes, and I've been saving money. I've been doing good on that, so I can afford it. Even though my fucking car cost me $2,000. But like I said, I built credit off that. You know, I took a loan out, like a small financing thing for about $2,000 that I have to pay off. No, I took one out for about $1,200. I'm gonna pay that off, and I paid the rest on the spot. So that's how I survived that ordeal. And school, after I get done, you know, working this summer, I'm transferring to Big Boy College out of community college. And I don't know what content will look like at that point. If I can be very honest, I was kind of scared to talk about it. There's a chance that I can't even do YouTube anymore. We'll see. And that's just because the rep that I talked to from the college I'm going to, he said that if you go to, you know, college like this, we don't charge you per unit. We charge you if you have over 6 units or under 6 units. So if you have 7+, it's this much, and if it's 6 or less, it's this much. And he said, so my best advice is to take at least 15 a semester and just try and get through as quick as you can. I talked to someone else that I knew, and she said that she was taking like 20 units. I'm thinking, fuck, I'm gonna have to quit my job already, or at least work 1 day a week, and then I'm gonna have to take out a loan, you know, some kind of student loan, which I'm not gonna have to take too much out, which is nice. And I'm gonna be spending so much time doing school, and I have to commute for about an hour to get there, because it's cheaper to live where I'm at than it is to go move and do all that shit. So that's how I'm gonna work it out. You know, I did the math already. But if I'm driving for 2 hours a day and I'm in class for, God, 4 to 6 is what I'm feeling, unless I can take online classes, then it's gonna be a struggle. It's gonna be a real struggle to keep up with all my stuff. But I won't really know what's going on until I get there. Like I said, if I can take online classes, I'll take them for whatever I can, just to make my life easier, because I actually enjoy online classes, because I don't like going into fucking public places. So if I can sit at home and just read the book or watch a video and then watch an online lecture and answer some questions and write like a, you know, page response to something, I'm doing that. So we'll see what happens there. And let's see what else. So that's the big one. That's all the big stuff. I know it. I knew this was going to be long. That's why I recorded a huge chunk of background footage. So hopefully, I don't know. I think the last time I broke a update into 2, people didn't really fucking watch both parts, so I don't know. Anyway, for the schedule, I'm going to try and record as I have been on Fridays and Saturdays, and then Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, depending. I don't know, because usually on like anytime I have to record, I usually use that time to catch up on streams or games or projects like YouTube that I need to do. So it's kind of hard to fit in the recording of content, coupled with what I was talking about before, like motivation. Now I have none of it anymore. But if I do find the energy to record, I swear in me mum, I'm going to try and do Deus Ex, unless it just can't happen, you know, with settings and shit. I'll finish Turok, and then I might do Turok 2 afterwards. And then if I'm playing stuff on my console, I might buy Turok for my console, because it's easier, and I get better quality off capture. I'm honestly considering just playing Turok on my console, but I'd have to spend another like $30 or $40 buying both games when I already bought both of them for $20 on PC for Steam, you know, I don't know. Jet Force Gemini, like I said, other console games. I'm not going to try and get wrapped up into super long stuff. Unless there's one that jumps out at me that people really want to see, I'm not going to play any super long SRPGs. Like Final Fantasy 15 was probably the biggest mistake I made. You know, people that watched it liked it, but it was so fucking long and it ate up so much time from other stuff. And when you do a project like that, you know, if you're into YouTube or if you have your own shit going on, you're curious about making content, it's better to do a variety of content that applies to people. You know, like I was doing pretty good before a couple years ago. I was recording 2 or 3 different Let's Plays, but they're all short. You know, so it'd be something I can get through in like 20 videos. Or I could record a couple short ones alongside the long ones. And just doing a 60-part fucking series is just murder. Especially at the length of my videos. You know, I could go the Game Grumps route and just fucking make all my videos 12 to 15 minutes long. And, you know, I could just record 2 hours of content, slice that up into 20-minute videos and be like, hey, look, I'm doing stuff. Give you the illusion of content, you know? Because the other stuff I'm going to get into in terms of content that I want to do is I'm going to make a couple more rant videos I want to do on about YouTube specifically and how much it pisses me off. And then Marvel, or more specifically Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And I was going to make that video before, but Maximilian made a fucking video talking about it. And it came out literally the weekend I was going to record mine. It came out Wednesday and I was going to do mine that weekend. So I went, oh, I'm going to have to go a different direction. And I have to... What is it? I have to work on that Darkest Dungeon video. I've been cock teasing that for like a year and a half and I just haven't done it. I don't even know where my notes are. I scripted probably the first 25% of it and then just lost it. So I don't know where it's at. And then, what is it? I'm going to do some short videos on whatever I can find. I'm probably going to just do a little collage of stuff for Monster Hunter. Because I use my console DVR to record shit, and I just have, you know, like 10 minutes of clips. I might make something out of those. And then as far as the collaboration channel goes, I don't have time right now. And my friend that I was going to work on it with, he just picked up another job too, so I don't know if that's even on the table anymore. It's so hard to find time lately. Like I said, when I do have time, I'm just worn out. I know, I didn't want this update to sound as sad as it did. Maybe it didn't sound sad, but I feel that I made it sad, you know. And then there's D&D. Oh god. That is the highlight of my week. No joke. My GM even said the same thing when we were... Like, our last session that we played on Sunday, because it's Friday... No, it's Saturday. I play tomorrow. Fuck yeah. And, what is it? My GM... Last week, we ordered some food about halfway through, and he said, usually I don't eat during the game because, what is it? He said, D&D sustains me. And I thought that was funny, and then his wife, she plays with us, and she said, this is the highlight of my week, and I was like, me too, and then someone else at the table said, same, TBH. I just got a YouTube comment. It says, I'm 5 years too late. which means it's probably it's on my channel. Yep, Super Paper Mario. Oh man, let's see. All these fucking comments. Man, this guy said that I'm about 5 years too late, but I feel like your tendency to compulsively check everything can lead you to missing more than if you were a little less so. Maybe. Maybe. Oh man. I don't know. I don't want to give up on streaming, well, YouTube and shit, just because I don't like quitting shit. Even if it pisses me off, I just don't. I feel so bad. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And I have to motivate myself a little more, because what happens with YouTube is the channel doesn't grow because I don't make anything, and I don't make anything because the channel doesn't grow. Here's the thing, I've been doing this for 5.5, about to be 6 years. I have more videos uploaded than subs. Seeing that number depresses me. And I just need to work on it, you know? I just don't know how I'm going to get it done. I don't know, I have more questions than answers for you. That's the point that we're at. The background footage that I'm using is I'm doing a Blood Moon run on Darkest Dungeon just because, you know, we're just going to go chatting for the rest of this shit, you know? And so, I don't even know how long the video is, because I don't know how long the recording was, because I don't have the thing open while I'm doing it. Here it is, 27 minutes recorded. Okay, so we got a little bit longer. If I wanted to talk out the whole thing. So, yeah, I'm doing a Blood Moon run because I was watching Moon, who's the only streamer I watch anymore. Just because I really don't have... He streams when I'm home. That's the most convenient part. When I get off work, he just starts streaming. When I wake up and get a couple things done, he's streaming, you know? And then when I'm out and about during my normal day, he's not streaming, so I just gravitate towards it. Plus, someone gifted me a sub on his channel, so I was very happy. And it's probably going to run out in the next week, but whatever. But he was doing a Blood Moon run, and at first... I think he had to retry a couple times, once or twice. And I didn't know that Blood Moon required you to finish... Oh, I just punched the headset. I didn't realize that Blood Moon required you to finish off the Countess. I couldn't find, like, a definitive answer, and I just read... People online were saying that you have to clear Countess and the Darkest Dungeon in 100 weeks with 16 deaths, and the death count doesn't seem bad, because... So far, this is my third attempt. I gave up the first one really early, I think on like week 10, because I just the time limit makes you feel like you have to rush, and you really don't. Because I was I was trying to take a lot of risks. I was trying to do, you know, my philosophy was going to be, let me do all the medium and long quests that I can. For one, to get more money per run, because you have to maximize your runs. You know, through like torch manipulation and just efficiency. I feel like the most efficient thing to do would be to do longer quests and stuff. And so you feel pressured, but my second run, I got to like week 35. I got to 35, and I went, oh wow, I really do have enough time. The time limit's not really an issue. I had no deaths. I started playing, you know, just safe, conservatively. I was still trying to maximize stuff with, you know, torches and whatnot, but, you know, I was just being as efficient as I could be. And what ended up happening was, I didn't know I had to kill the Countess at the time, so I was just skipping the Crimson Court. And then I realized that's kind of where the time limit came into play, because I found out I had to do the courtyard, so that's why I deleted my save. But, with the Crimson Court, the big fear isn't, or what makes the time limit difficult for the Crimson Court is you have to get invitations and build up infestations, stuff like that, and that can take a while. I remember when I was just doing it normally through the Let's Play, I had to wait so fucking long to get certain invitations and stuff, and then when you do go on those quests, you have to really make it count. And then the thing that does kind of bother me is the Crimson Court monsters are easily the hardest ones, outside of maybe the Darkest Dungeon trash mobs, you know. Like the mosquitoes and the dudes, those little, you know, server dudes and stuff, they're legit difficult in a lot of instances. And even the first Crimson Court mission, I almost had a fucking party wipe. I had 3 people Death's Door and Afflict, and one of them went Vigorous, thankfully, or Virtuous. But it was bad. The Crocodile almost fucking killed me, just because I was getting some bad RNG on the... I took a Flagellant, and the fucking Crocodile never attacked my Flagellant, so I could never use his best abilities. And it kept resisting the Flagellant's bleed, because I knew the Croc took 2 turns, so I wanted to keep bleeding it, because that would be a lot of damage. And the fight took like 14 turns or something, and I wasn't getting the bleeds that I wanted. And then I took an Arbalest, because I had a Houndmaster, Arbalest, and Vestal, and Flagellant, and my plan was to just knock off, you know, to mark it, because it has like both dodge and protection buffs, so I was gonna debuff those, and then just knock it down. But it spent the entire fight never attacking my Flagellant. It sat in the front rank so my Arbalest couldn't hit it, and it kept resisting the bleeds, and it just wore me the fuck down with crits and shit, so that was kind of bad. But I'm about out of time. Maybe I'll put up more videos of Darkest Dungeon in between all the other stuff I want to do, that I need to do. If you have any more questions, throw them at me. Sorry for the, kind of the somber notes on the update, but I hope all you guys are good, because I'm actually pretty good too, so. Anyway, thank you for watching, thank you for your continued support, and I will see you later.